Welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Unintentional Love Story. We're diving into episode 2. If you saw my reaction to episode 1, you know that happened like all of 5 minutes ago. I just wanted to see where the next episode was going to take us. It left me in a place, and I'm like, no, I need to know more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive in, and we're just going to see where this episode goes. So the main question I have right now is, and I'm assuming next episode will let me know, is could he hear what was being said on the phone? Could Taejun hear what was being said on the phone? Like, obviously we could hear because we're supposed to hear what the boss is saying on the other end when he's got the phone clutched to his chest, but was he speaking so loudly that Taejun could actually hear? Don't know. We have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't trust this boss. And I kind of sort of felt that way when we were first introduced to him in the beginning of the first episode, when he's like, hey, don't you think anyone believes you? I believe in you. Hey, you know, it'll all blow over. It'll be fine. Like, there's just something, I don't know, disingenuous about him. It didn't... And I might be reading him completely wrong. He might totally be on our side. But there's just something about him that just doesn't feel like he genuinely has Won-young's best interest at heart. He feels just like a businessman who sees an opportunity, and it's like, hey, you know, this is what we need to progress this business, and if we get Taejun to sign back on with us, then yeah, you could totally potentially have a job again, totally. But I could see him like just taking all the credit, like, oh yeah, I sent some scouts out there and I found him and I brought him back here. I did this, me, give me the credit, because at this point, who is Won-young to the company? Nobody. He ain't nobody, and he's already been fired. He doesn't have a direct contact. It'd be different if he was in contact with the person, the big boss, whatever, who loves this artist. Like, it's one thing if he was in contact with that person and they made some sort of deal, but he's not in contact with anybody at the company except for this supervisor, and the supervisor very easily could just swoop in, take all the credit, like, yeah, I did all this, and like, how's Won-young gonna prove otherwise? His word against supervisor's word, and he's already been fired for negligence or whatever the case may have been. So there's just something about this boss I'm just not trusted, and it just feels like it's one thing to, okay, you need to find this person. Okay, you found him. All right, stay with him a little bit longer, get to know why he disappeared in the first place, and see if you can get him to come back. Okay, cool. But then the whole, you've got to just spend more time with him and get him to open up his heart completely to you. That, it just feels like an odd request. It doesn't sit right with me. So I'm just like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Maybe I'm not supposed to trust you. Maybe I am supposed to trust you. And Topher's just reading the situation wrong right now. But I don't trust this boss, vice president, whatever, man. Don't trust him. Don't trust him as far as I can throw him. But yeah, there were a lot of very enjoyable moments about this episode. The soundtrack, again, is wonderful. Lots and lots of fun. But we started off where we left off last episode with Taejun kind of just pushing up on our, Won-young, and Won-young put a stop to it. It's like, sir, you're too close to me. And in my head, I'm like, good, I'm glad you had the bravery to let your boundaries be known and let him know. And I'm glad that he respected your boundaries. We are all about consent on this channel and respecting boundaries. Praise Jesus. We love it. Love to see it happen. As much as I would love to see them make out, yes, we also love boundaries and respecting people's boundaries. So he's like, hey, you're a little too close to me. He's like, okay, no. He's like, no. And I'm like, no, what you mean no? But I'm like, okay, he was just testing the waters to see if he was into guys or something like that. And I'm like, you could have asked. I guess I understand your approach in testing those waters, but like it feels like an inconclusive test. Unless he like went for it and like was like, okay, let's make out right now. It feels like an inconclusive test because it could be the case that okay, yeah, no, he's not into guys, and you're barking up the wrong tree, or it could be the case that it wasn't that instance where it's like he's just not comfortable making out with a man that he doesn't know in the middle of broad daylight in this pottery shop. Maybe he just has a few more standards and he's like, you know what, I would like to get to know you, maybe go to dinner, some like not just hi, how you doing, shove your tongue down my throat. So you know he has boundaries and stuff that he has a certain level of standards that he needs to work up to before you can just enter his mouth, basically. So I feel like his little test is a little bit inconclusive because you don't really know, outside of whether you know what I'm saying. So I'm glad that Juan Young in that point was like, hey, what are we gonna do about your narcissism? Because you're out here treating me like crap because you think that I'm into you, and you know, instead of an apology, let me join your pottery class, whatnot. So you know, he stood up for himself a little bit. He's a quiet. He's not a super aggressive, like, I'm going to stand up for myself and this is what's right, blah, blah, blah kind of person. But, you know, he's not completely letting himself get pushed over and, you know, so, you know, he'll stand up for himself in a sense, but he's very still quiet and reserved about it. So he joined the pottery class, and pottery has become his new pastime. There was the cute moment after pottery class when he's like, "Hey, can you give me a ride?" And he's like, "Nope, I've got other plans before I go." And he's like, "Oh, okay, fine." So then we see that Won Young was walking the complete wrong direction according to his map. It's like, ah, shit. And then here comes rolling up Taejun, like, "Hey, my plans got canceled, so if you want to ride, I'm going to the thing." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Wait. You're going to the market, but you're going the wrong way because I'm going the wrong way right now. I'm totally going the wrong way, and you're headed the wrong direction too." Curious. So does that mean that he was actually just kind of following along and hoping, you know, changing his mind, like, okay, no, I will give this guy a ride. Who knows? Who knows? But it's cute nonetheless. We had that interaction with Hote, who was getting beat the fuck up by his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever we want to call her at the time, just getting knocked silly up with this purse. And I'm like, Lord, I didn't think it was going to do as much damage as it did. Like, yeah, she was very upset and aggressive and like beating him this, but like when he came into the coffee shop, like I wasn't expecting to be this manner of bruises and cuts and just blood. And I'm like, oh Lord, baby, she went in on you with this purse. Hate to see the purse at this point. But Dong Hee went to like assist, like, okay, give me your arm, I'll, you know, dress whatever. And Hote is like, I told you not to touch me. And I'm like, what is this? What is this drama? What's going on here? What's the tea? Somebody tell me. Was there a relationship in the past that went awry? Were you guys friends at some? What happened here? Because that I'm sensing something. My homosexual sense is tingling and it's making but you know, so he went off to go do the laundry, and Won Young took care of dressing his wounds. And then they decided to go get some pork and drinks, and then that's when we met up again with Taejun and his friend, which, did we get a name for him? Jeon Hee, it's what it looks like here, at least according to my drama list. Jeon Hee. So we met up with them, and we had drinks and dinner and a good old dandy time. John He had to run off because his wife called, and then Dong Hee was like, "Hey, I want to go do some more. I want to do some more let's go for a round two. Let's keep going. And he's like, round two. I'm like, girl, you don't need a round two. You need to go home. We are quite content here. I don't think round two is what you need. Especially since right before then, he tried to slip a little kiss on Won Young's cheek, and Taejun was like, we ain't having this. You need to stop kissing people. And he's like, girl, he's so cute. What can I do? Which, granted, yes, he is very cute, but that should be, proof enough. You've had enough to drink. You don't need another round two. But karaoke, yes, let's go to karaoke all day, every day. I wish we had some of the scenes at the karaoke bar, because I would have loved that. But we woke up the next day in Taejun's house, and there were a couple times throughout the episode where Dong Hee was like, you're doing things that you don't normally do, and this is strange. You're acting differently. You gave him a ride. You brought us here. You bought breakfast. This is not the guy that I normally know. You're changing. I don't know what's going on here. Just, illustrating a little bit that, he might be softening up when it comes to Won Young and feeling some type of way. And it's cute. It's cute. It is super duper cute. What else? The whole putting the art projects in the furnace to cure, whatever the technical term is for when you're making pottery. Cute. Delivering coffee to the aunties. Cute. Then we came up with the deal that he would tutor Hote, and auntie will spend 200,000 won a day on coffee. And it's like, okay, well, girl, go ahead, get your ass to tutoring. And then he took the phone call again with the boss guy, and we already discussed all that stuff there at the end. So, yeah, all in all, another really, really good episode. It kind of makes me want to see what episode 3 has in store for me. I had some other things I had planned to react to, and it's already 10 o'clock right now. But, maybe one more episode won't kill me. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. If episode 3 comes around and I'm still wearing this outfit, y'all know what happened. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.
Together, there's nothing we can do. Soaring through the clouds.